I've remarried since we last.
Oh,
met.
you remarried?
Oh yes, I have my ring. I'm a preacher.
What number wife is this?
Second.
The second one.
You would say that I'm going home to adultery.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Clearly, I'm going home to adultery.
Your first wife still living?
Yes.
Your first wife still living?
Yes.
Every time you go home and get in bed with the second one, you commit adultery.
I'm an adulterer.
Yes, you are.
With nearly 3 decades of journalistic experience, Ian Boyne, a seasoned Jamaican journalist, played pivotal roles as the Deputy Chief Executive Officer of the Jamaica Information Service and a columnist for The Gleaner. His influential presence also extended to Television Jamaica, where he hosted the acclaimed show Profile and engaged in thought-provoking discussions on religious matters through Religious Hard Talk. One particularly memorable episode featured Ian Boyne in a candid dialogue with Pastor Gino Jennings. The conversation delved into the intersection of secular music within the church, the wearing of jewelry, and the intricate topic of divorce and remarriage. During the discussion, Ian revealed that he had remarried since their last encounter, prompting a poignant question about potential implications. Expressing genuine curiosity, Ian posed the question to Gino Jennings, asking whether his remarriage could be considered living in adultery. The response from Gino Jennings was both striking and impactful, as he affirmed Ian's situation and emphasized that such a path could jeopardize salvation.
There was a time when all the churches were agreed that remarriage was sin. But now even Pentecostals, apostolics have changed. I guess you would say gone along with the world on this matter of divorce and remarriage. Why do you think this is such a crucial issue? Many believe this is one of your harshest doctrines. Because there are those who condemn remarriage, but who say upon coming in the church, upon repentance, God is a forgiving God. God would never expect that a man remarried, having 3 children with his second wife, that he would break up that loving relationship and go back to live singly. Why would you require that?
First and foremost, it is written that you're bound by the law as long as you live.
Romans 7.
Preachers, as you've mentioned, churches held that starchly. The so-called apostolic faith churches was known to hold that starchly. But now, the preachers are getting tired of having one wife.
So they're trading, yes.
So they trade in like you do a car.
Trading a wife.
Or they try to make a way out for self. Not only that, the justification of divorce increased membership. The justification of divorce increases membership.
Yes.
Because most people in churches have their second or third wife. From the pulpit down. The PAW, the Pentecostal Assemblies of the World, the UPC, United Pentecostal Churches. Remarriage and divorce is a common practice among church people. Now, it is mighty ignorant for a couple to stand in front of a preacher, and then the preacher going to say, to death do you part. Why tell me to death do I part?
When you know that there are conditions.
Exactly. And they're going to get married, not with the intent to even stay together. This is why most couples now get married with a prenuptial agreement.
Yes.
Which is simply the intent to divorce. We're just prepping ourselves.
Yes.
Not to stay in this relationship. So, and because having the one wife teaching and the one husband teaching is not hardly being taught now, most churches that condone it, the membership increase.
True.
You know, I mean, in America,
because a lot of people in America, in the West, are divorced.
Oh yes.
So they clearly would want to come and listen to a preacher like you who condemn them regularly.
Yeah.
They want to go to churches where they feel comfortable.
Exactly.
They can be in their 4th marriage or 2nd marriage and feel comfortable.
And what you said is very correct. They are comfortable. They are very comfortable with their 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, and 5th wife and husband.
What about those children in the 2nd marriage, Pastor?
That man is obligated to take care of those children.
Apart from taking care, the children need not just the financial help, but the man in the home to look after them, to be the emotional support. By your teaching, you deprive families.
I would encourage the man. Be there to give the children the moral and emotional support. The children are innocent victims.
Don't stay in the house.
Don't stay in the house.
Don't stay in the house.
Oh no.
That's a home. That's a house of adultery.
Yes, it is.
And you would say preachers
the children
I've remarried since we last met.
You remarried?
Oh yes, I have my ring. I'm a preacher.
What number wife is this?
Second.
The second one.
you would say that I'm going home to adultery.
Oh yes.
Clearly, I'm going home to adultery.
Your first wife still living?
Yes.
Your first wife still living?
Yes.
Every time you go home and get in bed with the second one, you commit adultery.
I'm an adulterer.
Yes, you are.
So I can't justify to preach against
You are an
adultery.
adulterer who's getting up in the pulpit preaching
Against adultery.
and hosting me on television.
And it's hypocrisy.
Yes, it is hypocrisy. It is written, if you build up again the things you destroy, you make yourself a transgressor.
And there are too many transgressors like us.
Of course it is.
Out there.
Yes, it is.
And we need strong
Well, at least
preachers
you
like
confess that you're Most men won't even confess.
Most men won't even confess.
They won't even confess.
But I need to move on now to forsake my transgression.
You will have to.
And to confess.
Oh, yes. Getting into the kingdom of God should be man and woman first priority. First priority is escaping hell. Do you hear hell preached in churches anymore?
So
no.
I would not be saved unless I leave this illegitimate second wife.
You will not be saved as long as you stay in your adulterous relationship.
And your wish for me is that the next time we meet, I will be living a godly life.
My wishful means is that when you go home, you pack up today and leave. And get out from that adulterous relationship.
Great to have been with you, Pastor Gino Jennings.
A few years after this interview aired, Ian Boyne faced a tragic end, succumbing to serious health problems. His passing shocked and saddened many, especially his colleagues, who took to social media to express their grief and appreciation for the impact he had on their lives. Amidst the collective mourning, it was revealed that Gino Jennings had fearlessly confronted Ian Boyne during the interview, openly admitting his involvement in an adulterous relationship. This candid exchange created a powerful moment as Ian acknowledged his wrongdoing. Despite this revelation, at the time of his death, Ian remained married to his second wife. Gino Jennings, a staunch advocate against divorce and remarriage, emphasized the biblical principles that denounce marrying someone else while one's first spouse is alive, deeming it adultery in the eyes of God. His message aligns with a traditional interpretation of marital vows and commitment. Jennings consistently highlights the negative consequences of divorce and remarriage, underscoring the sanctity of marriage as emphasized in biblical teachings. However, critics argue that a strict adherence to such principles may oversimplify the complexities of individual circumstances. They advocate for a more compassionate and understanding approach, acknowledging that situations leading to divorce can be intricate, and people may seek remarriage as a means of finding love and fulfillment. The critics contend that the debate on divorce and remarriage in a religious context should strike a balance between adhering to traditional interpretations and recognizing the evolving dynamics of modern relationships. They emphasize the need for a nuanced understanding that allows for personal growth and happiness in second marriages while respecting the sanctity of marriage vows. The discussion surrounding divorce and remarriage is marked by varying perspectives. Some assert that compassionate circumstances may warrant it, while others adhere to traditional views, underscoring the sanctity of marriage within the church. The interpretation of biblical passages, such as Matthew 19 and verse 9, diverges, with some allowing exceptions like adultery or abandonment for divorce and remarriage, while others advocate for a more conservative stance, emphasizing marital commitment despite difficulties. Theological diversity within certain churches further amplifies the range of beliefs on this matter. It is recognized that discussions about divorce and remarriage often involve a profound exploration of religious teachings and personal convictions. Advocates for divorce and remarriage argue that individuals have the right to seek personal growth and happiness. They contend that divorce offers a fresh start, allowing people to explore new possibilities and find a more compatible partner. This perspective underscores the importance of individual well-being and the pursuit of fulfilling relationships. Furthermore, proponents of divorce and remarriage assert that escaping toxic or abusive relationships is vital for mental and emotional well-being. They argue that, while divorce is a challenging choice, it can be necessary to ensure one's safety and reclaim a healthier life. Prioritizing mental health is considered paramount in navigating such difficult situations. The debate surrounding societal attitudes towards divorce is multifaceted. Advocates of evolving perspectives argue that contemporary values permit ending a marriage if it no longer brings fulfillment. They contend that staying in a dysfunctional marriage may harm children, and divorce could create a healthier environment for all parties involved. On the contrary, dissenting voices emphasize the importance of honoring marriage vows and committing to working through challenges rather than opting for divorce. Detractors of the evolving stance highlight the potential enduring negative effects of divorce on children, leading to emotional and psychological challenges. They stress the necessity of preserving stable family structures and express concern over the societal repercussions of frequent divorces, contributing to social instability and impacting the overall fabric of society. Financial implications, both for individuals and society as a whole, are also cited as reasons to prioritize the preservation of economic stability within families. Religious perspectives further complicate the discussion. Some argue that divorce contradicts the sanctity of marriage, as seen in the discouragement of divorce by God. Ian Boyne's dialogue with Pastor Gino Jennings reflects the tension between biblical teachings and the changing dynamics of modern relationships. While some advocate for a compassionate and understanding approach, considering individual circumstances, others underscore the sanctity of marriage vows and the potential negative consequences of divorce on individuals, families, and society. Theological diversity within churches, particularly in interpreting certain scriptures, adds complexity to the discourse. Some argue for exceptions, such as adultery or abandonment, permitting divorce and remarriage. Meanwhile, others adopt a more conservative stance, advocating for an unwavering commitment to marital vows. The ongoing debate encapsulates the intricate interplay between evolving societal norms, religious beliefs, and the myriad perspectives on the impact of divorce on individuals and communities. Despite facing challenges, there is an argument for recognizing that discussions on this matter involve profound consideration of religious teachings and personal convictions. This underscores the necessity for respectful dialogue and understanding within diverse belief systems. The delicate balance between upholding traditional values and acknowledging the evolving nature of relationships poses a persistent challenge. Some advocate for prioritizing individual well-being, emphasizing personal growth and happiness, and argue that divorce can be a necessary option in certain circumstances. Conversely, proponents of the sanctity of marriage stress the importance of working through challenges rather than opting for divorce. They point to potential negative effects on children, societal stability, and economic well-being. As society grapples with these complexities, fostering open conversations becomes crucial, acknowledging the diversity of beliefs and experiences surrounding divorce and remarriage. Striking a balance between compassion for individual circumstances and upholding the values of commitment and stability will likely continue to be a delicate conversation for many. If you found value in this video, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to stay updated on our future posts. Explore our other videos currently displayed on screen. Remember to live a life pleasing to God, filled with prayer and fasting. Thank you for watching.
So if you've enjoyed this episode of Truth Seeker Hub, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share the video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for upcoming posts. Thank you for watching.